2-0, round 1. I'll see you guys in round 2. Alright, here we go. This is round 2, game 1. I'm not thrilled with this opener, but again, I hate mulliganing, so I'm going to keep it. I have the mana to play Shrapnel Blast without the actual artifact to match it. That's okay, it'll come up later. I do have Verdant Haven and really good mana, so whatever oh, this is a solid one too. Whatever I draw into, I should be alright with. So as long as he doesn't have a super aggressive 2-3 drop. Here comes the super aggressive 2. So it's, yep, it is. It's got 3 power. Okay. So I'm going to take my licks on that one for keeping such a slow hand. Hornet Queen. Does not get any faster than Hornet Queen. Okay. So he'll lick me for 3. I will either gain 2 back to jump up on mana, or play this to possibly trade, but I don't really want to trade this, so I'll probably just jump up the 2 life. And I have nothing to do against that cat. So he'll get me. Here's the aggressive 3 drop, which is... Don't keep me in suspense. Come on, Micropiker. Gargoyle Sentinel. Okay, well at least he has to spend his mana for it. So we'll do it that way. Let that 3rd color. Let's see. Got a couple of swamps. So I'll go up to 19. If he does activate, he'll get me all the way down to 13. And the next turn, I will have 5 land. So I can Flesh to Dust something if need be. I can Shaman of Spring to get a card back and a trade-off with the cat. Okay, so he's got something better to do with his mana. Fortunately, it looks like he missed the drop. Okay. So, is it Shaman of Spring here or Flesh Dust? Looks like it's Shaman of Spring to me. Yeah, I don't see... Well, I could also Runeclaw Netcaster, which is a more efficient use of my mana. The Netcaster blocks the Runeclaw Bear pretty well, and the Runeclaw goes over here, so I'll actually do that. So I'll tap this, get myself a green. Wrong one. Alright, so hooray for using the mana efficiently. If he wants to, he can always come up over top. But if that's all he's doing, I should be alright. If he stalls out longer, it also opens me up to using a Flesh to Dust, not just to take out his 3-3, but also to waste his turn by activating it. Alright, Mikey swings in. With both of them. He's probably got some sort of combat trick here. Alright, so I've tanked on this one, and I'm just going to fall for the trick. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to open myself wide up, and he's going to give some sort of giant growth here. Yep, right here, giant growth. On the bear. Yep. Okay, well, it was still a 1-for-1. You know, he got a higher quality creature. But I'm okay if that's the way it's going to be. Okay, so I've got 2, 4, 6. So 1 short of that Hornet Queen. I could hold up the Flesh to Dust, but I think instead I'm going to go for the Shaman. I will try to leave up... Let's see, I still have to do one more. I don't know, I guess I will leave up red-black. Maybe red-green. I'll leave up red-green here. Either get a Lightning Bolt, or... no, didn't matter either way. That's fine, I'm close to it with a Convoke. Okay. So I can leave that up. I will be happy to trade with the Runeclaw. If he flies over, it's not the end. I've still got 16 life here. Alright. So he is offering the trade, or the 1-for-1 trick. Nope, just the trade. He is still stuck on 3 and gets himself a Midnight Guard. Okay, Cone of Flame. 3 and 3. Well, I'm going to need more value than that, so I'm going to sit back on that Cone of Flame. And I unfortunately need another creature for the Living Totem to really live up to its potential, so I'm just going to sit back on the Flesh to Dust here. If he activates his Gargoyle, I'll send it over that way. Oh, he finally hit his 4th land. So we'll see, is he going to spend it? Now I'll take that too, and I'll hold the Flesh to Dust for whatever his 4-drop is, because his 4-drop is almost certainly more important than 2 damage. Really, a 2? That's kind of odd. And another 2. And a 1. Okay. So, here's the beautiful thing. He now has a 3, a 2, and a 1. Which means that I am going to Flesh to Dust one of the 3s, and it really does not matter which. 1, 2, 3. And then I'm going to completely ruin his day with the Cone of Flame. So, Micropiker, if you're watching this video, I apologize. Alright, send it over my way. And see if it gets the Rage Quit. 1 damage. 2 damage. 3 damage. If you don't get the reference, that's Sesame Street. Kids today. Not understanding Sesame Street. Go look it up on Wikipedia on your fancy computers. Alright. So I got the 3 for 1. All I really want is a land. That's pretty much all I want. Take out an artifact or an enchantment. Okay. Well, now I need 2 lands. Let's see, so now I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I guess next turn is Carrion Crow. Turn after that is Living Totem. Even if I rip a land off the top, I still can't convoke in the Living Totem since this comes in tapped. Anti-convoke synergy on the Crow. It'll still almost certainly be my play. Yeah. So 2, 4, 6. Just 1 short of the Hornet Queen now. So I think my best play here is the Crow. One of everybody. Next turn I'll Living Totem, which will both hold down the ground and make my Carrion Crow into a 3/3 beater to put some pressure on. That'll be the play unless I get Hornet Queen. Alright, sending it over to Mikey. Alright. He sends in for 2 as he ought to. Okay, that's pretty good for him. Looks like he's got enough to activate it. Okay, do I have enough for the Marauder and the Totem? I do. Alright, well that's nice. Let's see, I assume... So the question is, do I want to put the token on the Marauder to make it a 2/3, or the Crow to make it a 3/3? I think the Crow to make it a 3/3. I could choose to race right now. Or I can sit back and wait for the Hornet Queen, which is of course the mature thing to do. So I'm going to put it on the Carrion Crow. And then just sit back and wait a little bit. I can send in with the Borderland Marauder and be happy to either get him for 3 or trade. And if he swings in with everybody, I can do some double blocking just to make sure his creatures aren't able to pump and get through entirely on their own. Or I could just block the Crow over here and the Totem over there to attempt to trade. He's got 1 card left and 6 land, and I haven't seen anything absolutely spectacular yet. So there's a good chance that he's sitting on some kind of bomb. The Inferno Fist would be nice if he didn't have the mana up to pump. But he also doesn't have anything that flies. So I'm going to throw it over here on the Crow. And then send him with both of these guys and leave this back to block the Reclamation Sage. So my clock just got much faster. Alright, he's willing to trade there, and that is fine. Alright, here's his bomb. What does he got for 6 that he's been waiting to top deck? That's a pretty good one. Okay, so the 6/6. How do I deal with that? Well, I think the answer to that's pretty obvious. I deal with the 6/6 by racing him. Or drawing a land? Hey, I'm getting Hornet Queen. Okay. So coming over in the air. That's what I will do. Living Totem just may end up chump blocking the elf. Oh no, wait, I have Hornet Queen. What am I talking about? You don't chump block when you have Hornet Queen. The tokens chump block for you. Okay, now this guy does have Trample, and so he's going to get me for a bit. So I may throw the totem in front of him just to soak up a little bit of damage. Let's see, next turn I have 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 in the air. So I just have to not die. And not get hurricaned or something like that. I can still spare a bug. 3/1 flying. Okay. Well, that's aggravating. That throws off my math a little bit. See, if I knew I was going to draw an artifact, this would be a lot easier. But it's not easy. So what I will do is throw a couple of these guys in front. This guy to soak up some damage, that guy to actually kill him. And next turn my Inferno Fist is going to have to head over toward the Geist. He got it to where I could get him down to 1. Okay. So, if I kill that, he can start getting me for 3, which isn't that big of a deal. Okay. So, I'm going to kill the Geist while he's only got 4 untapped. And send the team. It should be 8. Send everybody over. It's either going to need some sort of surprise kill. Also, a bit of a misplay there in playing the Geist pre-combat, because before he could have held up Indestructible for his guy, which may have changed my blocking a little bit. Okay, so that doesn't deter me, it doesn't fly, it just means that his guy gets me for 1 more. Forget, is there some sort of fog in this format? One that only talks about like non-green creatures? Well, there's a fatty. I've even got the mana to cast it. Okay. So I can come over in the air with everybody and not worry too much about a fog, because I can just play Soul of Innistrad. So there we go. Again, sideboarding. Okay, so I'm dealing with green-white weenie, basically. Yeah, green-white aggro. what do I have for green-white aggro? Well, for one, I'm leaving the Fester Gloom in. That's pretty strong. I think I just want to take some of the variants out of my deck at this point. I'm going to take out the Shrapnel Blast. Not that it's bad. And these artifacts. I'm going to get in some stuff that's just more of a guarantee to take down his early stuff. Let's get the Typhoid Rats. Let's see what else. Let's get in the Witch's Familiar. Just vanilla 2-3, that 3 toughness is a pretty big deal. Also getting a Cruel Sadist to be able to get big a little bit faster. Let's put in some black cards. Took out, what, a red card? So I think I'll remove a mountain, add basic lands, give myself a swamp.